Hi there, I'm Claire and today I want to talk about my reading resolutions for 2015. I've got 5 things that I want to talk about and it's a mix of goals, challenges, resolutions. So I'm going to jump right in and say number 1 is the Goodreads challenge. So this year I am challenging myself to read 50 books. I started doing the Goodreads challenge in 2010, something like that, and I didn't get through the amount that I wanted to the first couple years, but in 2012 and 2013 I read over 50 books, and so I was a bit confident and set my Goodreads challenge for 2014 at 60 books, which I didn't quite make. I think I got through 52 books in the end. I had a big dry spell in the middle of the year when I was finishing the first draft of my novel, and it was really hard to get back on track with the challenge after that. So this year I have to do a lot of writing work and I have to move, so I have decided to go for 50 again instead of 60. I can try and beat my high score another year. This year I just want to enjoy some really nice books and get to a goal that I know I can achieve. So my second goal is one that I haven't done before, so I'm quite excited for that. I'll be doing the British Books Challenge, which is a challenge to read at least one book by a British author every month, and that is hosted this year by Michelle. I'm going to put a link in the description below to her blog post about it, and also to my blog post that says that I'm entering the challenge. I don't think this goal will be too difficult to achieve at all because I actually have a lot of books by British authors, because as a writer I try to meet other writers in town and I know a whole bunch of newly published awesome genre authors in the UK and I've got a bunch of their books, so I'm really excited about actually getting to read those. Now my third resolution this year is the most difficult and painful of them all, and it is to buy fewer books. Now this is not really a book buying ban because I'm going to be getting new books for my Audible credits every month, and I'm also going to be buying books that my friends or people that I know release that I want to personally support, and I'm also going to be buying sequels when they come out of series that I follow and that I'm a really big fan of. However, I'm not going to just go into the bookstore and browse and just pick stuff because of the heck of it, because I already have a pretty hefty TBR list at home. As I've said already, I've got to move this year, so I want to save up some money and also not bring more books into my house because I've already got a lot of books that need to be moved from this house to wherever I live next, which, you know, is just heavy lifting. And I also really have to stop clicking that link in Audible that says buy 3 extra credits now, because I always want 3 extra credits, but it's not good for my wallet. It's really not. So buy fewer books and do not click that Audible link is my third resolution. Now my fourth resolution is one that I know many of us on BookTube and in the book blogger community have, and that is to reduce my TBR pile, because I have got many unread books. So I've made a TBR jar. This jar looks deceptively tiny. I know there's about 100 books in there, but there are also some books that I did not remember that I had. I went around the house and jotted down a few more that I knew that I'd forgotten to put in the jar, but I haven't done the back shelves yet. I have some shelves that are double stacked with books that are behind other books, and I haven't looked at those yet, so that's going to be a bit more. So when I finish my current read, which I just did last night, I'm going to pick a title out of the jar and read that next. And if I don't want to read the title I've picked out, I've got to get rid of it and give it away. Now that definitely sounds like a challenge for me because I'm absolutely a mood reader. I will pick up loads and loads of books and start them and not finish them because I don't feel in the mood for that specific book. So we'll have to see how I do with this jar. And the first book that I'm going to pick out of the jar is What is it? What is it? What is it? It is The Farthest Shore by Ursula K. Le Guin. Now, I'm not sure which one of the Earthsea quoted that is. I've got a book that has all 4 of them in it. I've only read the first one, so I'm going to go and pick that up and put it by my bed and read the next one in the series from tonight. And I love Ursula Le Guin's writing, so I'm sure it won't be a problem at all. I'm quite happy that this is the first thing that came out, actually. My 5th resolution is kind of related to something I was just mentioning, which is that I start a lot of books and don't finish them. And I think that's because I don't make chunks of time for reading in the same way that I make chunks of time for writing. I just buy books because they sound amazing, and then I read a bit of a book on the bus back home, and then I put it down and I don't really think about it again. What I want to do is make sure that I have a chunk of time every day, which is my reading time, and that's going to be before bed for me. If I pick out a horror novel out of my TBR jar, I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I don't really want to read horror before bed. But for everything else, I'm going to just start going to bed a bit earlier and reading before I go to sleep, because I know that it will help me sleep a lot better if I have this kind of buffer of time between looking at my computer and going to bed, which is occupied by books. And I know that I really like to read before bed, so I think it will be a really pleasant resolution to keep to. And for me in January, I always want to feel a little bit healthier after the kind of super partying time that is December. So I think having more sleep and having better quality of sleep will be awesome for that. So those were my reading resolutions for 2015. Read 50 books, read British authors, buy fewer books, don't click that Audible link, read the books I already have in my house, and read before bed. So let me know what your reading resolutions are in the comments below. Do you have some that are the same or different to mine? Let me know if you're also on Goodreads and if you also have a reading challenge so that we can follow each other and stuff. And if you want to see how I get on with all of these resolutions throughout the year, then please subscribe for more videos. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.